Good morning. This is Bhikkhuni Vimala. It's Thursday morning, May 14th, in case you're using my meditation videos to help you keep track of day. This is a not so sunshiny day here, but the temperature is definitely spring-like, so that's always good news. I have to tell you about a little jar in my life this morning. I'm making homemade yogurt because of having the time, and my first batch was very successful. I was very proud of myself, very pleased with the results, and I made a batch, and this morning when I got up I went to see how perfect it was, and it hadn't become yogurt overnight. So I'm not sure if I can salvage it. I've been trying to think about what I can do, and I'm going to have to, go to Google it and find out if there's any way. I may just have kefir, or maybe I can make something with it. I don't think you have many second chances. So I tried this morning to heat it up again and put some more culture in it, and I'm being optimistic, but it's only my second batch, but my first failure. But I'm sure there's something I can do. So if any of you know remedies or things if you have a great recipe that you can make with failed yogurt. But anyway, other than that, my life is good. My family is healthy. The monks at the temple are healthy, and I'm hearing a lot of frustration from people. A lot of us are all feeling that same thing, like we're not sure what the next step is. And this is when we're going to be most tested, I think. And I think one of the ways is we have to be accepting of how other people choose, how they make their decisions, because we can't control anything outside of us, right? So this is a great time to be practicing in our daily lives. This is what it's all about. The teachings of the Buddha weren't just to help us learn how to meditate so we could have a respite from a stressful, busy life. Meditation is just part of the whole package of his teachings. So we're learning about the qualities that not only help us have a good life and be a really good human being, but if we're really serious about those practices, we have a longer goal in mind. And that goal can take what would probably seem like forever to reach. But we're always making progress on it, and it's always helping us understand our nature and the nature of the world. So right now, one of the practices we can carry into our every moment, our every dreaming moment and waking moment, is that quality of patience, forbearance. I love that old-fashioned word. And watching our emotions when we are talking to people who have a very different attitude than we do, or watching the news. We need to make our own decisions based on the knowledge and our own insight. But we also have to be aware that other people are making decisions that we wouldn't want them to be making. And we can do everything that's ethical and moral to try to change the decisions our leaders are making. But a lot of times we certainly can't change someone. If we go into a store and everyone's wearing masks, but there are one or two people who aren't, we need to be patient about that. Find a way to take care of your frustration. If that's important to you, you can talk to the store manager. Don't get into a confrontation with that person, or if the store doesn't seem to mind, go to a different store. You have choices you can make, but this is only going to be increasing. City by city, it will be different, and we're moving into this new normal, and we don't know the rules. So be patient with yourself. be patient with your family and your loved ones who you're having the luxury of being with. It's a little tongue-in-cheek, but I would love to be with my loved ones right now, but I can't be. And we'd be all on top of each other and stressing each other out, and I'm sure it'd be just like any other adult family. But my heart yearns for them, and to be able to give my kids a big hug and to see my mom. My mom's is pretty much completely blind now, and we gave her, she's in Tennessee, but we gave her a whole bunch of items that she needs, and my daughter and I put together a list of snacks and things she could have in her little suite, and a couple of other things that my mom, some of the things when my mom got it, because no one can go and visit her, my brother and his wife and his daughter and her husband came to the window so they could talk to my mom through the window. But she's blind enough that some of her gifts she couldn't even figure out what they were. But the nurses who were there, my brother called them and asked if they could go and help her with a couple of the gifts because she couldn't figure out what they were. And I thought, and he listened to the nurse because she had her phone still on, and she walked right away to my mom's room, and there was a bath mat for my mom's shower that I had wanted to get her. So my sister-in-law got it, and the way it was wrapped and folded, my mom couldn't tell what it was. She'd never had a bath mat like that. So she thought it was a 2-piece big sponge, and so we knew she wasn't using it. It because she can't see well enough now to feel something that's kind of an unusual feel for her. And so the nurse walked to her room and got the bath mat, and my brother could hear the nurse talking to her and how sweet she was, and my mom was saying, I don't think that's what it is, I don't think it's going to work. And the nurse was just, in the meantime, putting the bath mat down in front of my mom's shower, and I'm sure my mom loves it now, but I can see how important the helpers are to keep my life happy right now. I feel very confident that my mom's being well cared for, and my brother's doing a beautiful job being the liaison for the rest of us, and his family is as well. And so that's where my main concern in terms of my family members are. And I see that we couldn't do this. I couldn't be doing this if my mom didn't have those helpers. I'd be with her wherever she is, taking care of her, and that would be wonderful. But the nurses and the people who are still working, this is National, maybe worldwide Nurses Week. So I've got lots of notes I want to write to the people that take care of my mom, and the people I know. Angie in Florida she does hospice work and is volunteering in Florida the same way she volunteered for Journey Care before they moved from here. And they can't go into the inpatient hospice, and they can't go and visit anyone in their homes. But she's writing letters, sending cards and letters and whatever she can. I think she has a huge group of people, and she's writing to them cheerful, uplifting little bits about what she's seeing, the birds she's seeing, and what the beaches are like, and what's going on outside, and just hopeful, optimistic, and I'm sure beautiful letters and cards. And that's her way of helping. And then the nurses, of course, are still helping with hospice and going to see people in their homes. And it's very moving talking to Angie, that she's filled with admiration for the people who are doing that work. And I'm filled with admiration for the people who are volunteering and who are working to cheer up other people any way they can. So if you know a nurse, if they're in your household, please appreciate them. The resilience they have, the determination to keep going, and talk about being stressed out. We know they are. And they know this is a long haul change in our society. So they are dealing with it in a way that they can be our heroes. So my yogurt was a flop this morning, but it doesn't dismay me. I'm thinking of it as a learning experience. But instead I can choose to think about all of the helpers and all of the people. And I'm sure most of you who are watching me or listening to me right now are in the same category. You're all helping someone. You're all making someone else's life a little better, helping them be a little more patient. And we're dealing with things. And we have moments when we may feel like we are not doing so well dealing with things, but you're listening to this. This is something to help you de-stress. This is something to help you stay with your practice. But the real practice is how we are in our daily lives. And when we have our calm period of reflection and sitting with our breath, then we want that to help us go out and meet the challenges of our world at any time, and meet them with a song in our heart, and we'll be able to see how we can help. And we'll also be able to see when there's nothing we can do, when things are out of our control. And that's what we're in training to find out. So let's sit. Gently close your eyes. You can be on the floor, on a cushion, on a chair. You can be walking with your eyes open. Close your eyes and just come to the present moment. Do that by focusing on your breath. Your body is already breathing. We aren't doing the breathing. Our body is breathing, and we are letting our attention just stay focused on that breath. Inhale, exhale. Allow your attention to just be on your breath, and just move your attention away from your thoughts. The thoughts can come and go on their own. Be aware of your body and your sense organs, our sense doors, picking up all the information, all that data. When we close our eyes, we're allowing ourselves to cut some of that visual data at bay, but we can all play with the light we see behind our closed eyelid. It can still be a distraction, so let that go. Be aware of any smells. If you're outside, you'll have more fragrance. Be okay with whatever it is, just be aware of it. And be aware of how the air feels on your skin, how your body feels making contact with the floor or your cushion or a chair, how your feet feel in the earth. Be aware of sound. Just let go of the thoughts. Be aware that you're thinking, that your mind is working, but just let it observe. No need to be thinking about. No need to be forming opinions or forming thoughts. Just no need for that right now. Just be with what is. Become present in your body. Find that one spot where you can observe your breath. It may be just around your nostrils, right inside of them, just below. It's very subtle. That's where you want your focus. Or you can choose your belly. Put your hand on your belly, and as you inhale, feel your belly rise. And exhale, feel your belly contract. Not in an exaggerated way, just your normal breathing. Don't switch back and forth, just pick a spot for this meditation where you keep your attention, where you feel your breath most easily. Remember, if you have a pain or tightness or constriction in some part of your body and you're aware of that, it can be distracting. So then if you have something like that happening, let that become the focus. That can become the object of your meditation. So you can be aware of that pain or that tightness. Just feel like you're breathing into that spot. And as you exhale, feel it releasing the tension and tightness. The same way we observe our breath and just notice that inhale and exhale, we can notice a long breath or a short breath, a deep breath, a shallow breath. If you're breathing into tightness or pain, just be aware of the qualities of that tightness. Is it throbbing? Is it pulling? Is it intermittent? Exactly where are you feeling it? But keep breathing with that spot, imagining breathing air into that tight, closed off area and exhaling, opening everything up and allowing it to relax. Sometimes our pain just wants to be recognized. It's one of those little children tugging at you. Pay attention to me, pay attention to me. You can use your breath to do that, to see what it is, what's going on. What do you need? What does that part of your body need? Now, when you're ready, if you're ready to stop now, our time is about up, but keep sitting if you're comfortable, and if you can keep sitting, please do. You don't need me here. Just keep doing what you're doing. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow. And I'll give you a follow-up report on the yogurt. If anybody has advice, let me know. But have a wonderful day. Be resilient. Be patient. Let your practice be everything you do and say and think. So may everything that we do as well be done for the benefit of ourselves and for each other and for all other beings. We're all in this boat together. So thank you so much, and have a beautiful day. And I hope you have a little more sunshine than we do, but I'm not complaining. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.